You know, for a long time, I felt the Kenner Proton Pack was the definitive proton pack of all time. When I got this when I was maybe around 5 or 6 years old, it had all the bells and whistles due to the power of my imagination, and most importantly, it was to scale. I was living the life when I was that age. Unfortunately, I grew out of this, and that was no longer true. Cut to a few decades later, we get the Spirit Proton Pack. It took me a long time to get this because the scale is incorrect, and for a while it didn't have the correct lenses for the cyclotron. Seeing all the mods that people have done, people have made this a very big staple in the Ghostbusters community. It's affordable, and yes, it looks the part, but obviously, scale is the issue with this proton pack. Otherwise, it's great, it's fun, and you can do a whole lot with this. Maybe a few weeks later, after I bought this, Hasbro made this huge announcement. That's right, Hasbro announced a 1:1 scale proton pack. It has lights, sound, and as an added bonus, they used the hero pack from Ghostbusters Afterlife and they scanned it so that they can recreate the exact specs. I was like automatic buy. I couldn't believe it. And on top of that, it was a very affordable price at $399. Normally with a quality pack, you have to spend in the thousands of dollars. Like over $1,500 for a very nice pack. That's the scale. I bought two, and even that is under $1,000 minus the neutrino wands. So cut to 13 months later after the crowdfund ended and countless hours on Facebook and standing outside waiting for the FedEx truck like a crazy person, it's finally here in person, and my goodness, this is amazing. I applaud Hasbro and a big shout out to Ghost Corps and their collaboration to make this happen. As a fan of this franchise, it's truly a dream come true. And so when I got the package, it's like a Russian doll with the two boxes, and then you do the floorboard thing in Ghostbusters Afterlife, and then you take off the whole entire floorboard, and the proton pack is still covered with this paper, and then you uncover the paper, and there it is, right in front of you. And the storytelling in that whole opening process was just amazing, and I actually got a little emotional as soon as I saw the proton pack, because it was like Christmas. It was like me 5 years old on Christmas Day opening up the thing that I really, really wanted for a long time. There are small details that are missing, but I'm glad that they have made some improvements from the prototype that they first announced. For instance, the cyclotron. It looked like rear headlights for a moped when they first showed it, and I wasn't too wild about that, so when they said that it was a prototype and not the final product, I was kind of breathing easy because I was hoping that was the first thing to go. And man, when they showed this, that is like really awesome that they were able to do that. The cyclotron, they knocked it out of the park, and I love them for that. Some of the things that they had on the prototype and are missing, specifically on the ion arm, they had the hexagon screws on the prototype, but for some reason they have omitted that on the final product. It kind of bothers me because now we as fans have to kind of drill into this piece, and some people have done 3D printing. So Hasbro did a video demonstration of the Proton Pack, and they had the Proton Pack in vibrating mode, and it made this weird mooing sound that everyone called it. And I thought, since it was on the stand, it was vibrating the stand, but sadly, come to find out, that it's actually the pack itself making that noise. Ugh. In the prototype, the base of this clippered valve came into 2 pieces, and that would have been a lot more convenient to make this a 84 pack, because now we have to clip these wires that are basically glued onto this base and then sand these pieces down and then repaint it. So I wish they had kept that for selfish reasons, but hey, that's what modding is all about. And one of the positive things about this is that they had modding in mind, because they had this random switch underneath the crank box, and they said that, you know, a person can open up the motherboard and kind of hook up whatever they want to that. And including this, you know, they kind of joked that it was kind of like a storage area for like Twinkies or something like that, but I've seen a lot of people use that for like an extra battery case if they don't want to use the D-cell batteries. And some of the details they did not include, like some of the brass fittings for this are still the rubber. So a lot of people have been kind of filling in with like a brass Sharpie or something like that. We as Ghostbuster fans love the tinkering, and you know, we love this technology that Egon and Ray came up with, like this loose cannon of a nuclear accelerator. It's just wonderful. This pack is the definition of toyetic. So obviously what's awesome is that you can just kind of switch things on and just kind of fiddle around with the pack and take off wires if you want to. And another awesome thing is that you can remove this ribbon and it freaks out and shuts down. And in some cases, people have heard the mini puffs kind of laugh at this. And there it is, the mini puffs wreaking havoc on the Proton Pack. That's a lot of fun. And you can also hear Slimer too, so I'll put a video of that when I captured the sound of Slimer. And in order to hear Slimer, you have to turn off the pack on and off at a certain amount of times. I didn't count. It actually caught me by surprise because I didn't know that was part of an Easter egg. A mini puff sound is the ribbon cable, and to hear Slimer, you have to turn on and off the pack at a certain amount of times. So those are the cool Easter eggs that they added to the Proton Pack. I love that you can just kind of fiddle around with this Proton Pack and actually go inside of it, which I did not think was possible when I was a kid. Didn't even think about that kind of stuff. But thank you to Jason Reitman and the good folks at Hasbro. It is a reality. Yeah, you can fiddle around with the CRT emitters, which is awesome, just like Phoebe did in the movie. And you have cool wires in here, and I've seen people repaint this and put a ribbon cable in the perimeter here. So yeah, it's really awesome, and I love the detail in this. Yeah, you can take out the cyclotron just like in the movie, which is awesome. And I've seen a lot of people repaint this, and I've seen people cut these pieces out and make it translucent and put like little LEDs in there, which is awesome. So people are really making this their own already. I've seen a lot of great ideas. I love this community and their imagination. You can add an Alice frame, you can add so many details. I've seen people put a caution stripe on the bumper here, and it's really fun, and they really did a wonderful job at making it out of the box ready to play, but also an added bonus of making it our own, like a lot of people have done with the Spirit Pack. Again, the price was amazing, and that's why I bought 2, because I want to convert the other one into an 84 pack, and I'm glad that they included the 84 mode, and I want to talk about that for a little bit. So let me switch it to 84 mode. 84 switch and Afterlife mode switch. And here's the vibrating switch if you want to make the pack vibrate. Okay, so it's switched to 84 mode, so let me turn it on. And so I guess my biggest complaint is that the 3 lights that are originally for the Afterlife mode are still present in the 84 mode, and I wish they had kept the middle light on and not the 2 outside lights within the LED. It would be more screen accurate, and I know someone on gbfans.com has already kind of cracked the code, but I know nothing about soldering. The last time I held a soldering gun was probably middle school shop class. It's enticing me to actually pick up a soldering gun again and see what I can do. Those are kind of my nitpicks for the Proton Pack itself, but overall, superb job, love it. And also, I'm glad that they were actually able to figure out a way for the Neutrona wand to talk to the pack itself. That whole package really makes this a next level. And again, it astounds me that we have this kind of level of Proton Pack at the price that we got. When talking about the price point, obviously in aftermarket, this thing has skyrocketed. Some are asking for maybe $500 to $600, which is reasonable in my opinion if you're gonna pull the trigger on this item. Or people are asking for over $1,000 for this. And my personal opinion, if you're gonna throw money like that, I would throw it towards a builder. You will get the brass fittings, you will get more metal parts, you will get a more robust Proton Pack. But when it comes down to it, it's your money, it's your investment. Those are my opinions on the Proton Pack if you're willing to spend it on the aftermarket. So during the crowdfund for Back in the Pack, a certain amount of backers unlocked certain items that would be included with the Proton Pack when it finally ships. And here they are. We got burnt mini puffs, and we got marshmallow to drape on the Proton Pack. We got Spengler's Journal, which is a cool thumb through. And we got cool stickers from like Ghostbusters Afterlife and from the 84 Ghostbusters. And then we got 84 version of the Proton Pack stickers. And we got brackets if you want to put on an Alice frame for the Proton Pack. They included the screw treads in the motherboard so it can be an easy installment for everyone. Those are all awesome. I guess the one that I would probably omit and wish they had changed are the marshmallow. Yeah, it's fun, but I think since we got the 84 stickers and we have the option to switch it to 84 mode, I wish we had gotten clean wires so that we can convert it from an Afterlife pack to an 84 pack. I feel like that was kind of a missed opportunity on that, but other than that, the offerings were amazing. I love the journal. It was a cool read. The mini puffs are really awesome. And last but not least, the infamous orange tip clip-on if you want to go to conventions and all that fun stuff. But yeah, those are the unlocked items for the Ghostbusters Afterlife Proton Pack. That's it, man. This dream come true, all the cliches that are coming to mind right now. I think this Proton Pack kind of retires the Kenner Pack officially for me personally as the definitive Proton Pack of all time. We Ghostbuster fans have learned patience throughout the years, throughout the decades with Afterlife. Satisfied with that. We waited decades for a nice scaled Proton Pack that has all the bells and whistles that we're asking for, and it was worth the wait. And I will be forever happy that I have this wonderful piece in my collection. Let me know down below what you think about the Proton Pack, and if you have one, your thoughts on the Proton Pack. Click that like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Peace out, and keep on busting.